Stacy. This is called The Old Man and His Grandson. It's from the Grimm's book. Very similar. So, once upon a time, there was a very old man. He had lived a grand life full of action and adventure, love and excitement. But his eyes had grown dim, his hearing had dulled, and his knees were now knobbly. He had lost many of his teeth, and his hands very trembly. He now lived with his son, his son's wife, and all of their children. When he ate, his spoon often shook in his hand and spilled everywhere, and lacking many of his teeth, food kind of dribbled out of the side of his mouth quite a bit. Well, this disgusted the man and his wife, and so they banished the old man from the dinner table. He was forced to sit at a spot in the kitchen and a chair next to the stove. And the wife, feeling that their better dinnerware was probably wasted on the old man, gave him just a simple earthenware bowl to eat from instead. And so the man would sit from his spot in the kitchen and stare longingly at the family at the dinner table, with tears in his eyes. So once, while he was eating at his spot in the kitchen, he was holding his dinnerware bowl, and his hands started to shake and tremble, and the bowl fell with a crash to the floor, spilling its contents everywhere. The wife was very upset, and she scolded and reprimanded the old man fiercely for this. So the next day, she went out and bought the simplest dinnerware she could find, a plain wooden bowl and spoon, and she gave these to the old man, filled it a little bit less than before. So one evening, before dinner, the family was all gathered together in a room, and one of the children, a boy of 4 years old, was sitting on the floor playing. He had gathered a stack of twigs and bark and branches, and was assembling them into a little structure. So the man asked, "What is that you're building, son?" The son looks up and says, "A trough." "Trough? What for?" "It's for you and mother." "What?" "Well, when I am big and you're old like grandfather, you and mother can eat out of this." And so the man and his wife looked at each other. They looked at the boy, they looked at the old man. They began to cry. They cried and they cried and they held each other. Then eventually they stopped crying. They went over to the old man and they said, "Please, come join us for dinner. Come sit at the table with us." So that night, and every night after, the old man sat at the table with dinner. He was given the finest dinnerware to eat from and filled completely to the brim.